What's good, gamers? It's Trayvon. Let's talk about what I think are the most useful diary rewards for Ironmen. Starting off with the Morytania Diaries, we have the Hard Diaries. One of the rewards is getting double fungi when casting Bloom. This is huge when you're trying to make super energies and eventually stamina potions. Staminas are less needed nowadays after the run energy changes, where the drain rates are actually reduced depending on your weight and agility level, and the energy restoration speed was improved at lower levels. You'll also get 50% more runes from barrows if you feel like you need a tank chest or tank legs for moons. You'll also get access to the Bone Crusher, which automatically buries bones. If you're barraging dust devils in the catacombs, it's huge because for every bone you bury there, it restores 1 prayer point. So you're passively getting prayer back as you're barraging. You're also definitely going to want to shoot for the Elite Diary here as soon as possible because you're going to get the 10% extra Slayer XP in the Slayer Tower, which is huge if you're meleeing Necreals for herb seeds, but you'll also get access to the Harmony Herb Patch, which is even more herbs from your herb runs, and the Bone Crusher giving full XP is a nice bonus as well. With the Lumbridge Diaries, the best ones are definitely going to be the 10% bonus experience from Tears of Guthix, and from the Elite Diary, you can get the best Explorer's Ring, which can give you 30 free High Elks a day, which is useful during Slayer, unlimited teleports to the Falador Herb Patch, which is again huge for herb runs, and of course, you no longer need to use the Drayman Staff while using Fairy Rings. Lots of people don't like going into the wilderness, but the diaries are actually huge for the account. The medium diary is going to give you access to all of the main wilderness bosses, Ardougne, Calvarion, and Spindle. Each of these bosses drops a piece to craft the Void Waker, one of the best spec weapons in the game due to its spec being 100% accurate. And not only that, but if you go dry on them, all of the supplies that you'll be getting well makes up for it. The art diaries specifically are great for herb lore, because of the noted Zamorak wines and 50% lava shards from lava dragons. If you decide to ever make extended anti-dragon fires, you'll be able to bank 5 ecumenical keys, which are going to help you with the God Wars grind, since the keys allow you to skip having to kick KC for the bosses. And finally, you'll be able to choose where to go when using the teleport obelisks. And next up are the Kandarin Diaries. The most useful reward of the Easy Diaries gives you a 15% chance to save a harvest life at the Catherby Herb Patch. It basically just helps make sure your herb survives. Agility is a big benefit for any account, so you're definitely going to want to go after the Hard Diary. It benefits agility because you'll have a 15% increased chance to get a Mark of Grace on the Seer's course. You'll also be able to modify the Camelot teleport to teleport you directly to Seer's village, which is just a decent bank teleport, and it'll increase your agility experience rates, since you'll be able to teleport right in front of the starting point for the Seer's course. The Kourend Easies are going to make the Hosidius patch not able to catch disease. You'll have access to the cooking ranges in the Hosidius kitchen, which have an additive 5% increased success rate over other ranges, so it'll help you burn less food. The most useful benefits of the Hard Diary are going to be the 5% chance to save a harvest life on the herb patch. This is also when you're going to want to start the Dragon Warhammer grind, because you'll be able to combine the Shazian and Slayer Helm. The Shazian set is needed to protect yourself against the Lizardman Shaman's acid attack. If you want some more passive prayer XP, you'll get access to the Ash Sanctifier, which auto-scatters ashes, and your Rada's Blessing is going to have 3 teleports to Konar and unlimited teleports to the Kourend Woodland. When it comes to the elites, almost all the benefits are useful to irons. There's the 10% extra blood runes from Zaya, 10% additive cooking success rate at Hosidius, the Ash Sanctifier gives full XP for prayer, you'll no longer need brimstone boots in the area where you fight Hydra, you'll get unlimited teleports to Konar for Slayer, an 8% chance to catch 2 fish at once, which is obviously huge for fishing anywhere, and roughly 11% more reward points from Konar, which is obviously good if you're using her for Slayer. With the Fremennik Diaries, the most useful reward from the Easy Diary has got to be the Pierre the Seer depositing. Why is this useful? This is useful because at some point you're going to want to farm red spider's eggs in the Tower of Life. In the Tower of Life, you're going to want to kill Spidines, which drop noted red spider eggs after completing the Ardougne Medium Diary. To create a Spidine, you just combine a raw sardine with a red spider egg inside the tower. There's a fish merchant in Relica who sells sardines, so you can quickly buy sardines and deposit them to your bank using Pure the Seer for as many times as you need to. In the Medium Diary, the 10% chance for more kingdom approval at Miscellanea is going to be the most useful one here, just to help increase the speed of getting approval. The Hard Diary has two very good ones for us, which is more XP from the Relica Rooftop course and using the Stony Basalt teleports from Making Friends with My Arm, which will allow you to teleport right next to the herb patch at the Troll Stronghold. And finally, the elite rewards that we'll find the most use with are going to be the 15% extra miscellaneous resources, the free use of the bank booths at Lunar Isle, which is great if you're making astral runes or using the bank frequently in general, and if you find it a hassle to get to Waterbirth Island, you can permanently enchant the Lyre from Fremennik Trials and use it to teleport straight to Waterbirth. With the Desert Diary, I honestly don't really think it's that useful for us until we get to the Hard Diary. The Hard Diary is going to give us the Camulet Ankra teleport, which is going to take us close to the Sandstone Grinders to use for crafting training. And for more convenient herb lore training, Zahur and Narda can make unfinished potions for us, which makes herb lore way less of a hassle. The free carpet rides across the desert are nice, so we don't always have to carry GP, and the permanent Calphite lair ropes is helpful when farming Calphite Queen for the Elite Diary. Speaking of the Desert Elite Diary rewards, you're definitely going to want the unlimited Desert Amulet teleports to Narda for herb lore, but it will also teleport you right next to the Eldinis statuette. You can use the statuette to heal you and restore your stats. It's very convenient if you don't have an Ornate pool. I don't really use it much, but the Pharaoh Scepter is going to give you 100 charges, which is nice, so you never have to think about recharging it. And then there's the ability to go through the Shanty Pass for free, which is of course nice whenever we have to enter the desert. But honestly, by the time you finish the Elite Diary, you never really use that entrance. When starting off a new Ironman, the Ardougne Diaries is usually the first one you complete, specifically the Easy Diary. This is for two reasons. You'll be able to get 200 death runes by turning in cats to citizens in West Ardougne, which is great when you're still using the Iben staff. And you'll also get the Ardougne Cloak, which gives you an unlimited monastery teleport. It's going to be your closest teleport to a fairy ring for a very long time. Coming up on the Ardougne medium rewards, the ones here to focus on are going to be the more runes from ZMI, the 10% increased pickpocket chance in Ardougne to help out with thieving, and the noted drops in the Tower of Life, which are going to help you with farming red spider's eggs. When completing the Hard Diary, you're going to have a 10% increased pickpocket chance everywhere in the game, and 5 daily teleports to the Ardougne herb patch. It's incredibly helpful if you're doing a ton of herb runs a day. If you're ever trying to get staminas, the Ardy course is what you're going to want to do after you complete the Ardy Elite Diary. This is so we can take advantage of the 25% extra marks of grace at the Ardougne rooftop. The unlimited herb patch makes it so you can do as many herb runs as you want during the day. And it's not much, but if you're training crafting, the 84 daily sand from Bert really adds up. If you're into PVM, the Western Diaries have certain rewards that will help make your PVM experience even better. On the Western Medium Diary, the reward you're going to want to focus on are the 56 Crystal Saw charges. The Crystal Saw allows you to build furniture up to 3 levels higher than your current level for the furniture that requires a saw to build. Your POH is arguably the most important thing you're going to want to max out due to all the quality of life it gives you. Coming up on the Hard Diary, there's really 3 that you'll get the most use out of. You'll have the ability to buy Crystal Halberds, one of the best DPS spec weapons when used against large monsters. For example, if you're doing something like Doom or Melee Zolra, then you're going to want to be using it a ton. There's also the private Chinchampa hunting area. If you're doing PVM using chins, you're definitely going to want to catch black chins. But if you're trying to level your range ASAP, then catching red chins and using them in the Monkey Madness 2 tunnels is going to be one of the best methods. And then there's the ability to get Elite Void from Pest Control. Elite Void is a direct upgrade to the regular Void armor, and there's a few places where Void is used a ton, Tab being one of the big ones. Generally though, it's mostly used as decent gear to reduce switches. With the Elite Diary, if you're still using Neve or Steve, then they're going to be giving you more Slayer points after completing their tasks. You'll also get an extra life at Zolra once per day, So if you're a hardcore thinking about grinding Zulrah after the 1 KC diary kill requirement, you might want to focus on the Western diaries. With the Falador diaries, I would say the most useful benefits of each tier are going to be the ones focused on mining and farming. I think the most useful ones start from the medium diary and up. The first reward is going to be the 10% XP from patches in South Falador. Extra XP is always good, and the second is going to be the Dark Tunnel shortcut in Motherlode Mine, which just helps you bank the ores faster. If you're not going to be doing birdhouse runs or hunter's rumors, the main way you're going to get nests for brews is going to be from the giant mole. Before you start grinding it, you should finish the Falador Hard Diary because all of the giant mole drops will be noted and the Falador Shield will act as a mole locator, so you'll know exactly where the mole is located every time it digs. The Elite Diary is going to give you better ores from Motherlode Mine, very useful if you're ever AFKing there. The tree patch in Falador will never get diseased, so it's guaranteed farming XP, and if you have level 92 mining, you'll be able to get access to an additional amethyst mining spot that isn't filled with bots. The Karamja Diaries are critical when it comes to Slayer. Completing the Medium Diary is going to give you access to the underground mine at Shiloh Village. This gem mine is the best source of red topaz for Ironmen. Red topaz is needed for slaughter bracelets, which have a 25% chance for a Slayer task kill to not count when wearing the bracelet. You can also get a ton of opals to make the Expeditious Bracelet. The Expeditious Bracelet does the opposite, giving you a 25% chance for a Slayer task kill to count as 2 kills, without giving you additional XP. For the Elite Diary, the 2 biggest rewards are going to be the Karamja gloves, being able to teleport to Duradel, so you'll be using this all the time as you're training Slayer. You'll also get an extra life in the fight caves once per day. So if you're someone who likes doing Jad tasks, it's a no-brainer to go for the Elite Diary. To finish everything off, we have the Varrock Diary. Honestly, I think this is one of the worst ones. There's just not much that's really helpful for Ironmen. With the Medium Diary, the most useful reward is going to be able to change your Varrock teleport to the GE. And the Elite Diary is going to give you the best version of the Varrock armor. The benefits of the Elite Diary version of the Varrock armor is that it can be used to enter the Cooking Guild without a chef hat, 10% chance of mining 2 of any ore, with some exceptions, 10% chance of smelting 2 of any bar at once when using the Edgeville furnace, and it acts as a prospector jacket in terms of XP bonus and the master clue step. So the armor is essentially going to be what you're always going to be wearing if you're mining. Oh, but Trayvon, why didn't you say anything about battle staffs? It's free GP. Look, unless you already have a ton of elemental orbs from PVM, battle staffs really aren't worth the time to get these days. With so many newer ways to make GP, they kind of just got left behind. I will say though, if you're grinding moons anyway, then you're going to get a ton of water orbs. So if you're in this situation, then getting daily battle staffs might not be a bad idea. And those are what I think are the most useful diary rewards for Ironmen. If you liked the video, go ahead and like and subscribe for more Ironman content. I'll see you in the next one.